Good afternoon, folks. Dad here with Elevation Diecast Racing. It is race day. I hope you folks are having a great weekend. It is Saturday. I have a track temperature of 76 degrees, and it's time to do the Lucy Lot race. Well, we're going to run off all 16 of these that I have found amazingly for $1 each, except for the last 4. Those have been either laying around or just came out of the package, so now they are considered loose. And there's the hat. The numbers are in. And I'm just going to do it at random just because it's fun. Why not, right? So, first 2 numbers, let's see what they are. We got number 5 taking on there we go, taking on number 9. So staged and ready in the number 5 car, it is the Buick Stalker, driven by Bavarian Diecast Racing and Redline Salvage Inc. In lane number 2, driving the number 9 Dodge Daytona, driven by Rez Wheels, Dennis Taylor, and Chaz D. Let's see how they do. Woo, Buick. Wow. What happened to that Dodge? Do a little wheel check here. We'll adjust these and run that race again. Well, okay. 2114, we'll switch lanes. He did qualify in a solo run, so that could play a small role. Jeez. I thought he was going to do better than that. I saw him swimming. So the Buick Regal will move on with a 2117. Okay. Looks like I got 2 numbers here. Nope. Number 6 and number 1. All right, staged and ready. In lane number 1 is the Flame Runner, the number 6 car, driven by Kirk Parker and Your Nightmare Racing. And in lane number 2 is the number 1 car, and that's the Jaguar XJS, and I guess that'll be driven by Dad's race team. The next no driver car will go to Isaiah. Good race, but that Flame Runner, 2114 and a 14,000 speed. Definitely different when you run them in traffic. Jaguar keeping up though very well, but a 2115 is going to put the Flame Runner into the next round. All right, let's see who's up. I like doing this sometimes just because it's random and it breaks up the regular rigmarole of racing. Number 14. Ooh, a few people picked this one. The Halvoline, number 6. And he'll be taking on number 16. Yep. You love those Pixar. You love them. Driven by Isaiah's race team. As I told you, nobody's going to pick Tia. And in lane number 1, it's the number 14 Valvoline Stalker, driven by Mick Olson and JC Hayes. Let's see who takes it. I think we know, but... Woo! Tia had the jump. 2085. Oh, my Lanta. And that's going to be a one and done. We're putting Tia to bed. It's time for the big boys to race. All right. That was very good. I am very pleased with that time. Let's go and see who's next. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Number 4, which is Speed Seeker. Driven by Rudolph Sullivan and Helium Gas. They'll be taking on number 12, which is the Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow, which will be driven by Dad's race team. Ertl, oof, got gapped. 2106 and a 25,000 beat. We're going to run them again just for fun. 2106 and a 25,000 beat. I don't see that coming out of this Rolls Royce. But the Rolls Royce didn't get gapped that time, which is a good sign. Still not a good time, but 2105 is good to move to the next round. All right. Up next, we have got the number 13 Iron Man, which will be driven by Isaiah's race team. Taking on, let's see here, number 10. Ooh. Midnight Magic. The only Matchbox in this race. Driven by Mountain Pirate and Joe Clayton. Good luck, gentlemen. Iron Man is one tough customer. Woo! Gap! 2103 to a 31. (2103 to 31). Oh boy. Midnight Magic with a much better run that time. 2111. That's good. We'll be revisiting this Midnight Magic later. But for now, Iron Man's moving on. Alright, next up, it's going to be number 7. Ooh, Shadow Jet. Driven by Dad's race team. He'll be taking on, let's see, taking on number 8. Ooh. And this is Turbo Heater, which will be Isaiah's race team. All right. Let's see who takes it. Ooh, Shadow Jet. 2118 to a 2132. It looked like this turbo got the jump out of the gate, and Shadow Jet just turned on the afterburners in the end. So we have a 2118 and a 14,000 speed. Ooh, that turbo runner did well, but not well enough. And the Shadow Jet will be moving on. Alright, getting down to the nitty gritty. Number 2. Which is the Toyota Supra. Fan favorite here. I think this is the fan favorite. No. One of them, though. All right, Toyota Supra, driven by DXP Diecast Racing and Aramis Rodriguez. Let's see who he's going to face. Don't let it be that Testarossa. Number 15, okay. Roadrunner. This will be a very interesting race. Oh, man. Roadrunner, driven by Eamon's Crazy Channel. Let's see who takes it. This ought to be a really good race. Roadrunner 2089. Oh my Lanta, son. Did he really just cap that Toyota? This Toyota's supposed to be fast. Definitely faster than that. Let's see what happens. I did not expect a 2:08.9 out of the Roadrunner. Oh my Lanta, son. That Toyota's just got put to bed. 2:08.3. Woohoo! We're gonna run them again just to make sure. Well, just to make sure. Because that Toyota, I expected better things out of him. 2:08.3. I don't see him getting there. He got him off the line, and he's running a better time. But that Roadrunner's too much for him. He's moving on, and we will be revisiting that one for sure. Okay, mystery's over. Last two cars. It's the Testarossa. I guess we'll see. We'll pull the numbers to see what lane they get. I guess that matters. They really don't, but just in case, number 3, Testarossa is going to get lane 1, and the Bubble Gunner going to get lane 2. Ferrari Testarossa, driven by Griffin Soul Diecast Motorsports, Zelda Diecast Racing, Scale Racing Channel, and Bathurst Diecast Racing. And the Bubble Gunner, driven by Owen Sullivan and the Chase Family Racing. This should also be a good race. Ooh, okay. 2:101 and a 24,000 speed. Bubble Gunner keeping up, but cannot get the job done. 2:109 moves the Testarossa to the next round. And we'll be working with this guy a little more. Probably for lunchtime laps next week. Might see if we can work some of these out at the shop and see what we get. For now, this is the field of winners. Moving to the next round, let's get rolling. Buick Stalker in lane number 1, Flame Runner in lane number 2. Who's crossing the finish line first? Flame Runner, 2:104 to an 09. It's a 5,000 speed. Usually, if you win in lane number 2 first, it's over, but this track is funny. It'll prove you wrong if you stick to thinking that way. So we got a 5,000 speed in a 2:104 by the Flame Runner. But he gets him 2:109, and the Flame Runner is moving on. He's a good roller too. Staged and ready, the Valvoline Stalker taking on Speed Seeker. 2:09.3 and a 12,000 speed. I won't say it's impossible, but it's not likely. Because on any given race day, the car could wake up at any given time. Just like that, he almost got him. But the Stalker's moving on. Iron Man and the Shadow Jet. Iron Man's a pretty strong runner. Let's see if that Shadow Jet has anything for him. It does not appear that way. Oh my, 29,000 speed. Can the Shadow Jet? Well, he didn't get gapped that time, but he did get gone out of this one. 2:09.7 takes Iron Man to the next round. And it's the Roadrunner and the Testarossa. So there will be a couple of bracket tournaments I'm going to be doing in preparation for the Johnny Lightning Challenge, because it's my first race that I'm going to host. I want it to be really good. 2:08.5 to an 04. Did he really just do that to that Ferrari? That's a 19,000 speed or greater needed by the Ferrari to move on. He won't get gapped, but he won't get that. 2:08.6. And the Bird's going to the semis. Definitely 4 cars we will be revisiting. They have speed, just not enough to get out of the Lucy Lot tournament. First up to race to go on to the finals. One's going to be racing for third, one's going to be racing for first. Flame Runner taking on the Valvoline Stalker. Let's see who's got the juice. I'm going to say the Stalker. I could be wrong. Ooh, not bad. 2:09.1 to an 06. 16,000 speed is going to be a little bit to overcome. And giving this Valvoline lane number 1 second, your chances are slim to none. Yeah. This car on a mile track, yeah. I may have to do a 1-day event and make me a mile track just to do it before winter time comes. 2088 moves him to the final round. All right, no surprise here. 2 character cars that were in it making it to the finals, to the semifinals. These are 2 fast cars, Iron Man and the Roadrunner. Man, I'm glad I found a few more of these. These are really good rollers. Let's see what happens here. Woo, good race. 8.6 to 9.2. Only a 6,000 speed. That is very, very good. Very good times. Close to top tier times. And the bird is gonna get Iron Man. And he's going to the final race. All right, it looks like a bird versus bird final. We got the Thunderbird and the Roadrunner bird. Should be a great matchup. I can't wait for this race. But first, let's see who's going to get on the podium at number 3, at least for now. Flame Runner and Iron Man. Iron Man, 2095 to a 07, 12,000 speed. This Iron Man, I think this is the fastest Iron Man I have. And he would be the second of the red metal base. Yeah, the first one I have is number 19 in the 41 to 50. I think, and you see where my first Roadrunner is. It's going to be a tight top 8 here momentarily. Let's see if Iron Man can seal the deal. Oh yeah, 2095, pretty consistent. I am really liking that. Really liking that. So all 3 cars that are going to be placing here today are sub 210 times, and that is remarkable. That's all I could ever hope for in every race. I wish it was like that. Number 4 with a 2106. We'll be revisiting these 5 for sure, and maybe a couple of more further down the line. That'll probably be Monday's lunchtime laps, and see if those guys have anything. We'll rework all the wheels. And Iron Man. So let's do it. First car to win 3 is going to be declared the winner. And that's going to be tough. I'm going to keep track of the times in the event of a tie and a discrepancy or whatever. I'm just going to keep track of the times of this one. And if I have to, I will defer to the second fastest time. And so fastest times will only play a role if I don't get 3 wins. Run number 1. Good race. Are you kidding me? 2090 to a 94. Run number 2. Roadrunner, 85 to 97. Wow. And that was in the other lane. That's remarkable. So we're at 1 win apiece. And the Roadrunner now in lane number 1. Roadrunner almost gapping him. 2079. What? 2079. Now he wants to get into the top tier. He's definitely faster than the first bird. So 2079. Wow. Let's see run number 4. Roadrunner again with an 8.6 to an 0.1. And that's the ball game. And I'm going to run off the 5th race just to see what the time is. Because that was remarkable. 2079. Man, can you dig it? 2086. Very good. Another 2086 and another 2090 by the stalker. All right, so in all 5, not bad runs by the bird. Stalker, also not too shabby at all. He's definitely going to place high in the ranks. All right, there you have it. Placing third was Iron Man in the number 13, which went driverless. Placing second in the number 14, Valvoline Stalker, driven by Mick Olson and J.C. Hayes. And in the number 15, Roadrunner, driven by Eamon's Crazy Channel. And there you have it. Wow. So, none of the Lucy lots from the antique store won. However, 5 of them do show a lot of potential and will most likely end up pretty good ranking in their respective weight class. And I'm gonna put the Toyota Supra and the Bubble Gunner in that mix. And we're gonna revisit all of these actually. So not a bad deal, man. For $1 a piece, I could not go wrong. Picking up these cars, that was a lot of fun. Shall we see what happens in the ranks? Yeah, we better. We'll give these guys a quick tune-up and we'll be right back and see how they'll place in the rankings. All right, the Roadrunner coming in at 43.7 puts him in the 41 to 50 weight class. Gonna give him a couple solo runs and run him up against number 1 in that class, because he is showing times that are consistent with getting into the top tier. And I tell you, I'd much rather have a car in the top tier than a base ranking any day of the week. Always looking to get that top tier faster. 2084. And one more time. 2078. All right, let's see what he's got. My number 1 is the second Ford Escort from the Fast and Furious Mattel line. Let's see what the bird's got for it. Bird's got him 81 to 93. 81 and greater than 12,000 speed needed. Escort, not gonna do it. So it's time to go to the gatekeeper of the top tier, who has fallen quite a bit. Former Christmas Cup winner, Dad's race team. I call him the bipolar Fairmont. Let's see if the bird gets in. Ooh, he just gapped him. 2082 in an 18,000 speed. That Fairmont on his best day isn't getting that. Nope. 2085 to 86. What? Come on. Not a bigger beat. We're gonna run them one more time. These Fairmonts are stable as water. Roadrunner getting him by 5. So the Fairmont, let's see where he's at. 51.3. He's one of my heavier Fairmonts. So he'll be in this weight class. 51 to 60. Right now I have one at 35 and 21, and I'm pretty sure he's got what it takes to beat him out. We'll find out. I don't want to keep you much longer. We're 25 minutes in. We're going to see where this Roadrunner places. That might be all the time we have for today. Case Challenge Monday ranks. Oh, look at him go. He just took Kyle to school. 207.9 to a 9.3. Now Kyle does have the capability of doing that. I've seen it before, and you know, that casting's pretty fast. I'm looking for a Buzz Lightyear Kyle. 207.9 to a 9.3. Wow. 14,000 speed. Roadrunner. Bumping Kyle to the gatekeeper spot. We were talking about AMGs earlier. And over at Commotion Diecast, he's getting ready to have another race with the, it would be 30 to 40, 31 to 40 weight class. AMG, definitely one of the tops. He's in my top tier, currently at number 32 in the top tier rankings. Let's see if the Roadrunner can beat him. Ooh, birdie got him. 208.1 to 8.3. We'll swatch him. Original Dad's race team right here. This car is got some miles on it, I can tell you that. One of my favorites, for sure. 2,000 speed in a 208.1. Can the AMG get it done? He does by 1,000th. Let's go. Oh, wow, 208.1 and a 3,000 speed is going to edge out Mr. Roadrunner. But he can't be too upset with that. Top tier, pretty fast. We got my second Kyle at number 33. Let's see if he can beat the second Kyle. Tough class of cars right here. And the bird. Whew, Kyle got him by 1,000th. 208.3 and a 1,000 speed. Kyle, all the way. Let's see if this bird can take out the first Plymouth Arrow. Well, the first blue one, I should say. He's been around a little bit. Got him back at the first track location. And the Roadrunner, whoo, putting him to nighty-night. Roadrunner with a 9,000th advantage. Actually, an 11,000th advantage, 208.4. And the Roadrunner will place in spot number 34 in the top tier. Outstanding. Great racing today. I'm super stoked about that. And it looks like we are running out of time here, folks. I'm certainly grateful that you have joined us today at the TheLucyLotRace. Monday's lunchtime laps are going to consist of the Valvoline Stalker Iron Man number 2. We'll have to number him too. And a host of others trying to get into the case ranks. Folks, thanks a lot. Have a great rest of your weekend. And remember, if your cars aren't fast, at least they'll look good on the shelf. See ya.